All right. We are back for another episode of the Keys to Black Wealth podcast. We're sitting here at the third annual Keys to Black Wealth Black History Month event. This is our third time doing this, and this time our whole entire purpose is about speed networking and building our brand, right? Connecting and grow rich. I have three of our interviewees here with me today, and we're gonna just jump directly into it. My name is Brandy Avery. I get the opportunity of serving as the co-CEO and one of the co-founders of Keys to Black Wealth. I really just love what we do and what we stand for. You guys already know our mission is about helping people create and sustain generational wealth, right? We gotta break those cycles. So we're gonna jump into it. Let's ask our first question as we get into this hand of tongue real quick. Ask our first question. So my first question is gonna be for you, Chontel. First of all, introduce yourself and tell us just a little about who you are.
Okay, hello, my name is Chontel Childress. I'm here as the operations manager of Keys to Black Wealth. I also am a new entrepreneur of a medical clinic out in Las Vegas, Nevada.
All right. Okay, perfect. Short and sweet. We get it. All right, we're going to move on to you. Go ahead and introduce yourself and tell us a little bit about what you do, high level.
Hi, my name is Mansaray. I am a product coach for a company called Industrial Logic based out of Berkeley, California.
Okay. Industrial Logic?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, my name is Chris Marshall. I am the sales production manager for the National Legacy team of American Financial Network. We're a mortgage lender.
Okay. All right, mortgage lender, industrial, and we got a new entrepreneur on the table. We're gonna throw down a hand for that one right there. So let's get into our next question. Just talk a little bit more about, expound a little bit more about what it is that you do, or even for you, I know you're in entrepreneurship. Talk to us a little bit about what your next steps are.
So basically, when I started the clinic, I went into partnership with my mom, who's a nurse practitioner. I have a big passion for the health field, but I have a bigger passion for helping my people. And with our clinic, we have this foundation called Know Your Health. And with Know Your Health, we're trying to educate basically the minorities, the Black community, on their health. So they don't have to rely on going to the doctor all the time or the hospital and have to be in the dark on their medical issues. We're basically giving education resources for free to our community to make them more knowledgeable. Doctors are normal people just like us. They've taken the time to learn and educate themselves, but knowledge is power. We can also do that as well. We can educate ourselves on our health issues, and in the long run, it'll help us and save us a lot of money, because Medicare is not that accessible, it's not that affordable, and if we leave it up to the government, where are we going to be? So taking accountability is our goal, so that we can educate the people so they can take accountability of their own health issues.
All right, Joker, deuce ace on that one. We're going to throw down a card on that. So tell us a little bit more deeper about what you do.
Okay, so as a product coach, I help to facilitate change within organizations to help them create more quality products that create better value for their customer faster. So we help companies reorganize how their team structure, their leadership structure, and what values and data drives them, their decision making when making products.
I love that because you're kind of getting into the operational side of things, and I think a lot of times when we think about business ownership, especially new entrepreneurs, I think they skip over how important the operations is and how that really works. How is your operations and just everything talking to your customer? So I think that's huge. I think that's a huge added value to the community for sure. All right, so it's on you. Tell us a little bit about what do you do, a little bit deeper.
Right. So. We're a mortgage lender, more so residential. So we definitely deal with a lot of first-time home buyers. But the National Legacy team, the mission is we have a focus on underserved markets. So that's the Blacks, Latinos, and women. So that's where the market is heading right now. If you see TV and the commercials, you see a lot of women, you see a lot of minorities now. So we're basically just in a position, we're on the forefront to actually help those markets, right? And the way we're doing it is organically, just by hiring people who look like those communities that we want to serve. So essentially, we're just than just a lender who likes to help our people.
I love that. Shake those keys. Hiring the people who looks like the communities that we want to serve.
Right.
Like that's a whole key right there within itself. When we think about generational wealth and creating our cycle, it's about duplication. Like you got to duplicate this process. You got to be consistent, and it has to be able to flow through generation. That's why it's generational wealth.
Right.
So we're wrapping up this last little game here. We got our final question. I want everybody to drop their last tangible key as it relates to your business, healthcare, product management, wealth creation, all of the above. Drop one final key for our listeners. Chontel, we'll start with you.
The final key I would say is be there for your culture. Come through. It's not about money. It's not about power. It's about really pulling through, because there's so many other cultures that if you notice, they all work together and they are successful because of it. If the Black community can come together like a lot of other cultures I've observed can do, we can be so powerful, we can be so influential, we can do so many things. So just be there for your people, come together, do what you gotta do, get it done.
She said come through and do it for the culture. I love it. All right, sis, your last final key.
My final key for all the entrepreneurs out there, or even people who are part of other organizations as employees, is to, when you have an idea, a lot of times what we want to do is provide the biggest, best thing to solve that problem. And a lot of times it's counterintuitive to how to what's most productive and what works the best. My advice is to find the easiest and smallest way that you can provide value to the customer that you're serving, and do that. And then based on the feedback that you get from that, do more, right? Don't hold off or make this big plan and this huge timeline. Identify very quickly what it is you can provide in value with very little effort, or with the least amount of effort and in the least amount of time, and start getting that feedback, start getting that data quickly, and start establishing that relationship with your customer by providing that value quickly.
I love it. Find that value. I definitely want to connect with you on some things. I love the way you talk, and it's what you do with just the product and that management aspect. Again, I'm a huge operations person. I think that's very critical, and I think what you're doing is very pivotal, and also you're adding a lot of value to the community. I think with entrepreneurs, again, we really overskip that step. So you really have a unique advantage in the community. It's a wide open market. People are not doing what you do. I'm sure you probably know that through your market research. So let's connect. This is, again, it's all about speed networking. I want to get together and just talk to you a little bit more about Keys to Black Wealth and our operations, and what we have going on, and how we can really expand this and to the next level.
Absolutely.
All right, so close us up, brother. What's your final key for the people?
I'll say this. So for most Black people, minorities in general, but Black people in general, their largest source of wealth is a home, right? So those three principles that will buy you a home: credit, capital, and collateral, are the same principles that will make you wealthy. So a lot of people stop at buying the house and don't keep on building their credit, building their capital, building their collateral. So I would say that the 3 C's:
I love
credit,
it.
capital, collateral.
Credit, capital, collateral. Y'all heard the 3 C's of building generational wealth. Again, everybody, thank you so much for tuning in to episode 7. My name is Brandy Avery. Again, this is the Keys to Black Wealth podcast. We're at the 3rd annual Black History Month event, or we are wherever you are when you're watching this. It doesn't make a difference. Super excited for you guys tuning in to us. Don't forget to follow us on all social media platforms. We are Keys TO Black Wealth. Instagram, Clubhouse, Facebook, IG, LinkedIn, you name it. And on Twitter, we are Keys to Black BLK Wealth. Follow us, like, subscribe, www.keysblackwwealth.com, and we out. Check those keys.
Good stuff.